Tonight, a former Maricopa County Sheriff's deputy is locked up, accused of a day-long crime spree.
Now, this all started last Sunday at 3:40 in the morning at this convenience store located near 16th Street and Bell. Now, watch, just 15 minutes later, another robbery at 23rd Street in Beardsley. Then again, an hour later, a third store robbed on Frank Lloyd Wright near Thunderbird. Then, let's fast forward to 11:30 a.m. when the suspect robbed the bank at 75th Avenue right here and Cactus. Now, an hour later, another robbery attempt at a bank at 7th Street and Bell. And then 90 minutes later, this just keeps going, right? Another attempt at a bank near Chandler and McClintock. Then finally, just 15 minutes later, someone robbed a drugstore near 79th Street here and McDowell. So let's go to Jill Gallows with more on tonight's top story. Jill?
Here at Phoenix Police Headquarters, officers identified this serial robbery suspect as Scott Walters. He's a former Maricopa County Sheriff's deputy who's accused of going on this serial armed crime spree. 38-year-old Scott Walters admits to police he's a heroin addict, but denies any involvement in the armed robberies Phoenix police say he carried out over the course of 10 hours this past Sunday. Walters is accused of hitting up a total of 7 places in the valley and threatening clerks with a gun at gas stations, convenience stores, and banks.
Anytime you mix drugs with any activity, you're going to end up dealing with a relatively dangerous person at some point.
Phoenix police officer James Holmes says Walters' former colleagues at MCSO played a key role in identifying him, which ultimately led to his arrest in Central Phoenix.
There was indications that he was in possession of and possibly selling narcotic drugs over a period of time.
Kathy Quiet says Walters used to live in her apartment complex in Surprise, and she trusted him since he worked for law enforcement.
Wow. I'm shocked. He was a great guy. He was good with my dogs, and I felt safe with him being around here.
Neighbors tell us Walters and his wife lived inside an apartment in this particular building, but say the couple was recently evicted.
I knew that they had some problems with, he lost somebody in his family, and then he wasn't working.
Some say his arrest is just another reminder you can never be too sure about someone despite their public image.
I always question who's next door.
Those we spoke with who say they know Walters say that he never gave them any sort of indication he may be involved in criminal activity. Live in Phoenix, Jill Gallows, CBS 5 News.
Just moments ago, Walters' former boss, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, commented on the arrest. He says it was other deputies who recognized Walters from news stories and called it in.
Unfortunately, sometimes when you have a big organization, you have employees that may violate policies and sometimes even criminal activity.
We're told Walters was an exemplary employee and had to open fire once on a suspect during a shooting call. He was fired back in April following a 3-month administrative leave. Arpaio says many steps were taken to help even rehabilitate Walters.